All right. Good to see responses. Thank you all for joining. We will be beginning off shortly. We're just waiting for few more attendees to join us so that we have a collective number of people and we can go ahead. Once again, thank you all for joining. Very good evening to one and all. I hope I'm audible. I would like to quickly check with all of you one more time. A quick yes or a no will be nice on the chat. So, without any further ado, we will get going. I see a bunch more of them joining. Let them join. We will anyway start off. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining us for today's webinar organized by Web Solutions. I'd also like to thank my colleague and the subject matter expert today, Mr. Saurabh, for joining me today. I am Siddharth and I handle product marketing at Web Solutions. So, before we head into today's topic, as you all know, you are here for HR process automation. We will find out what exactly this is and what is it that we have on offer today to all of you. So, before I head in, I would like to talk about the company itself that I represent, that me and Saurabh represent. So, moving on to the next slide, we will get into the content itself. Web is a 20-year-old company as of today. Web was initially known as Wipro e-Peripherals, and we were actually a part of Wipro itself. In 2000, we became an independent entity. So from there on, we have multiple solution offerings. We were initially a peripherals company only when we split. So let's find out what exactly that is. Moving on to the next slide. As you can see, we have multiple solution offerings. We tend to corporate as well as retail side itself. So what you're seeing right now is just the corporate end. The retail side, we take care of billing solutions for retail stores, Kirana stores. Three offerings, that is managed print services, which is our signature offering, digital transformation solutions. We have two solutions below that, GST and DMS. And thirdly, that is intelligent office automation solutions. Let's move on to the next slide to show you a little more in depth about what this is. First off, managed print services. In fact, we are known as India's #1 MPS company. We provide printing services for corporate. The business here is such that we deal with printing hardware based on customer requirement, and they would be charged per print. All the printing hardware is undertaken by us. Rest aside, we also handle end-to-end service and support for the same. Secondly, we have intelligent office automation solutions. We offer the latest range of best-selling automation solutions for companies. We are in fact the authorized distributor for Ricoh Japan to sell Ricoh products in the country. We have a wide range of multifunction printers on offer. We also undertake a full service and support. Serial number 3 and 4 is the digital transformation solution side of the solutions that we offer. We will be talking about a little more in depth, that is serial number 4, document management solutions or document management system. This is what we'll talk about. Let me give a quick gist of both of this. Yeah, so Saurabh, you can go back to the previous slide. I'll just quickly cover up the GST part, then we can move to the next slide. So GST, that is GST Suvidha Provider, we in fact hold the license called GSP from the government. We are appointed by the GSTN itself. We have an all-in-one solution that will undertake GST filing, reconciliation, data preparation, validation. We also have modules built in for e-way bill automation, e-invoicing, and we also support ERP integration, SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, and so on. The next solution, that is document management system solutions. We will move to the next slide where you can see a little more in depth of what this is on offer. So this is actually a solution built out of workflow automation and a low-code development platform. We offer tailored solutions for document management, business process automation, business intelligence, and digital signature. Underneath this concept, we have various solutions built for already existing industry oriented processes, such as employee records management, which we will talk in depth today, procure to pay for the procurement division, management of change, and we also have the document repository itself on cloud. So this is what we do with the solution side of the company. We'll move to the next slides. All right. So I'm sure all of you are aware of why you have attended today's session. We will move to the next few slides. I also want to inform you that we will not be able to show you the entire demo of the platform. So our team will actually reach out to each and every one of you, those who are interested. Let's move to the next slide, Saurabh. So we would like to quote that we would actually be giving a free one-to-one demo of the solution itself. Although let me inform that we do have a demo of the solution towards the end of the session today. I will launch a quick poll for all of you. And you should be able to see it on your screen right now. So let me leave this on for the next 1 minute. Please let us know if you'd be interested, and our team will be able to reach out to you exclusively. Please note this is a free demo. So if you are exploring a solution at the moment, if you are exploring a solution for HR employee records or any HR oriented automation, we will be able to help you out. Our subject matter experts will reach out to you and arrange a demo of your time convenience. Once again, thank you all for joining. So moving on from here, my subject matter expert will be taking it over from here on. Let me quickly close this poll in the next 15-20 seconds. Okay, wonderful. I will end the poll right now. Thank you all for your inputs. Moving on to the next slide, and before I hand it over to my colleague, I would like to introduce Mr. Saurabh Balla, who will be taking it over from here on. He will be your presenter for the day. And I will be there throughout the session, and I will be the moderator for the session. Thank you all. Saurabh, over to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Siddharth, and thank you for introduction. And good afternoon to everyone, and happy New Year to everyone also who have joined for this webinar. So today, what I will be discussing for about the HR automation, like what should you automate and what is automation and what are the major challenges faced by the HR in the today's scenario. So in this session agenda, today we will discussing about why should you automate, what are the HR automation benefits, and web employee and what is the what is and go through the platform for the web employee record management. So before getting to it, I want to hear from your end, like what is HR automation, and we have a Siddharth. Can you put a chat section for that in the HR automation?
Yeah, perfect. So, as Saurabh mentioned, we would like to know what is it that you, all of you who are present with us today, understand by the term HR automation. Now, please note, automation is one thing, and automation can be literally anywhere, right? It can be there, whether it's corporate or non-corporate, it can be there. So, HR is one such domain in the corporate world. So, we would like to know what is it that you understand by HR automation. Please use the chat box where you already mentioned yes, no, good evening. That chat box, we would like to know what is it that you understand by HR automation.
Yes.
So, of course, HR automation can be defined by many ways. Each of you will have one such definition to it, right? So, we would like to know before Saurabh goes ahead and starts explaining what is HR automation, let us know your inputs. So HR automation could be for, let's say, payroll.
Yeah.
Yes. It can also be there for employee records, which is what we will talk about a little more in depth.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
correct, correct. So, sort of, what else do you think can be automated in HR? By
Yeah.
anything in thoughts? Okay, there is one. A few of them we've already mentioned.
Yeah. So I will like give a briefing of that what is HR automation. But before HR automation, I like to give what is introduce what is automation.
All right.
Like automation, like it mainly reduces the human errors, like errors that we done into a platform. So it eliminates like many time consuming tasks and repetitive tasks. So it could be like a manual entry or anything. It could be automatically automated through a automation part. So now coming to the what is HR automation. HR automation is a process when you try to enhance the efficiency of your HR department, like by freeing employees from tedious or many long tasks and allow them to focus on the complex tasks like decision making and strategizing process. And by also by automating standard and repetitive HR activities, organization can reduce the cost and time they spend on the manual HR planning and processing as well. So what's the main motive of that? uh, so you could be reducing the time for HR, their manual methods, like there are things that could take the productive not productive for them to enter, and like storing of documents of these documents as well can be done by the machines application and to the application software as well. To take part where that could be beneficial to the HR to reduce their manual work. So this is the main motive what is HR automation. Now moving to the next slide, like I would like to give you what why should you automate your HR process. So like failure to automate your HR process can be a problem that only compounds on your business growth. Let me explain over that. So you may think that you have opened a new organization or new company, and you have a few employees. So you often think that what is the need of HR automation to your organization. So like as the time grows, your organization will also be grow, and once the size of your company and the number of employees in your company grows and increases, so it will be become out of control to handle these works manually. So for that we have get the lost efficiency, like by not automating the repetitive and laborious task, that you lose your efficiency for that, and your HR staff will have their spent time on the monotonous and unproductive tasks that could lose the efficiency of your that could lose the efficiency for the HR process. And the second one is to prone to errors, like this could be like a task like verifying the timesheets and calculating payrolls and checking the leaves can be easily done by the machine, but having them done by the human rights, we can pave the way for getting low errors into that. So once the setup comes, automation does it perfectly, like without any errors, and like the any human counterpart we can do as well into the why like for you why should we automate your HR process. And the last one, I think that's the most interesting, for like I have what I have also experienced in my new job, like for my first job. And like new candidates have a bad experience. So the experience of having a bad onboarding can be a game challenging for the employee turnover. Yeah, so I'm right. And if the candidate is not unhappy on the onboarding itself, like how could you accept them to be happy at your organization? So candidates have a disheartening experience if HR doesn't take the follow up with them regularly. So that could be easier done by our platform. And HR staffs are really swamped with a mountain of works to collect the all data from the candidate as well, and they are only forget to base to getting back to the candidates. So this is the bad hiring experience, and eventually hired it is a bound leave to have a bad taste for a candidate in their mouth. So this is what why should we automate your HR process. I have described you in the in this slide as well. So now I'm going to the next slide. So like what could be the benefit of HR process automation. So like giving you a brief into that, uh, through HR automation, HR organization can design like a streamline or integrate and deploy necessary services swiftly as a considerable lower cost. So it could reduces the lower cost as well. And if implemented, HR automation can reap indecible benefits. And here you can see the 8 benefits of HR automation through, as you can see on the screen. So first is improve productivity due to quick processing and data sharing. So like once the resources are available on the readily accessible platform, you can easily share the folder whenever it is required through our platform easily. So for sharing section, you can improve as well into our platform as well. And if you are reduced to employee turnover due to heightened employee engagement, if you are like regularly updating your candidate on the regular basis, like on the directly to the payroll, so then employee turnover could also be reduced to engage over that to reduce the uh, efficiency of that. So slash down storage and printing costs associated with paper-based processing. So if you have a digital format like any printing or any hardware cost, that could also be reduced, and your stationary cost will also be reduced, and your storage cost will be also reduced uh, through the HR automation process. And stay like you can stay free from the compliance risk or policy violations. So there will be a low risk compliance for any violation for the policy as well. And you can enhance the organization growth through efficient hiring and optimal operational cost. And now coming to the drop in, like you can drop in data errors and misplaced lost documents. You can lose the documents that you have been stored in a manually format. And we have a you can also make intelligent business decision with an insightful reports as well. And we can also have a collaboration part for your stakeholders and to hire, train, and them to retain the skill labor as well. And to reduce the time as well, we have a time as well. So like this, so these are the 8 steps that could reduce the benefits, that could be benefits for the HR process automation. So in the next slide, you can see we look into the 6 top features that you should have a that every HR should have a automation software. So these are the 6 points that I will discuss. So first is like there are several automated HR system like available in the market today. So to check whether one is in the tune with any HR process, so you need to cross check the list of the features that this HR software must have. So there are some system which are readily available into the platform or overwhelming the features they have, but they do not but you do not use them, or you may be very that could be a very costly as well for the company revenue for like to buy over that. So according to your budget, you can just go to that. And we have an and we look into the six like I will now introduce the 6 features of that. And we have an actionable insights. So you can have the speed up of the decision making process with visual rich reports and dashboards as well. So if you look into a software and you have a rich reporting as well as a dashboard for you to get the insight of that data. And and that could be working on that as well. And the omni channel access, like you can access information like any related to any HR process, like you can access it from anywhere at any time or any device. So what does it mean? We have so if you look into any software which is available on the cloud based, like we have an application which is cloud based, so you can access it from anywhere like your home or your even from your office or your if you are traveling. And we have also application for the Android and iOS as well, so that could be easily for you if you are traveling as well. So, and the third is like for the quick integration, where you can synchronize your data with any other HR management system through the API integration. So it should be a quickly integrated through our platform, and it should help and our platform has a capability to integrate through APIs as well for your existing any if you are having any existing HR management tool through our platform as well by using the using a RESTful API. And the fourth one is like risk mitigation, like make all the HR process that tamper proof, like audit trails and 360-degree visibility. Like it should be a risk free. That means the every activity like is maintained over platform, and through you can do every activity, and the audit trail activity is also maintained in our platform as well. And automated alerts, so we could like in this section we could set automated alerts to keep the employees system on tracks, and system alerts as well to tasks on the complete. We have a separate dashboard for that, where you can automatically generate email as to the employee and HR as well. And we have a dynamic workflow in this, like where you can create the workflow, and you can design the unique and automated workflow for your HR workflows, and you can tune with your any HR process as well. So this is the main benefits or features that could be must have in every HR automation software through our platform. So now moving to the next slide, I like to give you like what we'll be discussing today about the employee record management. So we look onto the four major challenges as you can see on the screen, and which are facing by the HR in the today's scenario. So first is like tracking of employee documents. Like if you are tracking the documents of like it is in the physical format or in the digital format, at that time we can track this document as well by the automation part, and by having a separate dashboard we can track this document as well, where what documents have been submitted by the candidate from their end, and you can also track documents, have a separate dashboard for that. So concerns of possible data breach, like automated to any employee record movement. So this is like if you have to store any documents, or store documents manually, or you can even automate it through our HR automation part. So now coming to the security part of your data. So all your data will be secured with AES 256 bits encryption, which is a highest standard and the strongest encryption standard available right in the today's scenario. And when you want to like you and the security sharing employee documents. So when you want to share the documents with internal or external stakeholders, we can also do for that as well. And the last is like quick and search retrieval. Now looking to the current scenario, these searching capabilities is always required on a platform. And on the major challenges that could be faces by HR today, like in the search retrieval we have metadata, and for that we have a content based searching as well into a platform, so that could reduce the time for searching the documents as well in our platform as well. So now moving to the next slide, like automation for the employee records management. So we have a so web, like what we understand that we have that the employee documents are confidential and need to be stored centrally and securely with the internal team and external partners as well. So WebDMS provides a central repository where you can store the documents into a single panel, and it is a cloud-based application as well. And we have an intuitive workspace and folder structure, like it could be a very similar to the Windows as well. If you are using any Windows, that could be very easy uh, to work into a platform, and it is not as such as complex platform. It could be a very similar to Windows that could be easily done for you. And we have partner space as well in the digital platform. So for your seamless collaboration with multiple partners, it can also be used. And in that platform we have audit trail for tracking the activities, and for the efficient that could be easily available for the efficient online review as well. So now moving to the next slide, what is the automation for the employee record management? So giving you the like features of a platform. So it is a basically a cloud-based application. So like you can, I already told you earlier, it is a SaaS-based solution. So like you can access it from anywhere, like with your home, your office, through your mobile, through your laptop or tablet, everywhere. So we have an Android application as well for the Android and iOS application as well, and zero to minimum coding needed. So since it is a low code platform, so you can need an so the zero to minimum coding needed. And what is, like I will show you what is low code development platform. Like it could reduce the initial cost for setup, like the training, the deployment, and the maintenance for the any software development. Okay, so it could reduce the efforts for like hand coding. So we have a zero to minimum coding needed through the workflows as well. And well-defined human and system tasks is also in the platform. And drag and drop option is also for to create a workflow. If you want to create a workflow according to your according to your organization, you can also do that as well. And fluid workflow can be amended efficiently through our platform as well. You can also handle the work parallel and workflow seamlessly into a platform as well. So this is the one process I will showing will I will show you today. Like what how can you process the onboarding for the when the candidate joins the company. So like first we have to give the offer letter. So for that, in our platform you don't need to give a login or like separate login for to candidate to fill all over the details. So when for through the link that can go directly open to the candidate to send to the email, and the all details will be filled by the candidate could go to the HR review, and HR could give all the employee ID, like their documents have been submitted, any comments you want to add from the HR, and they can this can be also done through our platform. And now then the last is then automation part, that all the documents which has been submitted by the candidate will go to the uh, separate folder for storing all the documents which has been submitted by the candidate. So I will like go to the platform demo as well.
All right. So, Saurabh, thank you so much for the presentation.
Yeah.
Audience, before we head to the demo itself, where we will be showing a small part of our demo, I would like to launch one more poll to just understand where we stand as of today. I'm sure since we have a diverse audience today, I would like to know if there are anyone who's actually exploring HR automation solution at the moment. I'm sure some of you will already have a solution in place, but you may or may not be exploring solutions at the moment. So let us understand if what the requirement is, and I will leave this poll for the next 1 minute, followed by which we will get into the demo. Once again, I'd like to mention that we will also be taking questions, if any, regarding the presentation and the demo itself. So please put your questions in the Q&A tab. You will see a button called Q&A at the bottom. Please type your query in that tab itself. Okay, I will end the poll right now. Thank you for your inputs. Saurabh, you can go ahead with the demo.
Thank you, Siddharth. So I will give you an introduction of a platform as well. So this is the login page of our platform, as you can see on the screen. So first you will get the credential details, like for your organization as to your company, and the login password for that. You can also change into the section as well. So now moving to the sign in option. So like after signing into the option, so you will get the multiple tiles as you can see on your screen. So these are the multiple tiles of a DMS platform. And here's a login. Here's the logo of your, like if you want to change the logo. So we will put the logo of your company into like in this section. And this is the searching capability, what I was telling to earlier also. So you can have in the searching capability, we have a metadata and the content based searching as well. And so you can have we can also have the option for the setting where you can see the last login, and you can also have the multiple language support into a platform, as you can see on your screen. So as the name suggests, now coming to the tiles of a platform, as the name suggests, my messages that could be like for any notification or any alerts or any updates into a platform comes. So we can do as well in this section as well. So in the my files and e-locker, that is your personal repository. So where you can upload your data and you want to create the data over that, so you can have the my section as well, and you can also share your data. So if you want to share the data with your public or your company, you can do that as well. And we have an annotation, like if you want to share the document in the hide section or for the edit section, for the view section, we have also option for that. And if you want to give the download access, like if you want to give single download, you can give, or you can give the unlimited download into a platform is also available. So you can have the copy link that, and you can also share that could be directly come to the platform. You don't need to log in over that, and the email option for that is also available. And for and like I will close that. Now I'm coming to the e-locker. Now e-locker is like is a if you want to store any confidential documents of your company or your organization. So for e-locker for that we have a e-locker section, and for the department as well, for your department like admin department, like any finance department. So basically I'm from the sales department, so I have the authorization, authorization only for the sales department. As you can see, I can only view the file over there, not I can edit option is not available for me. So for that we have a department section as well. And the next is like project section, where you can create and you can see your multiple projects in this section. And we have a partner space for your vendors, like if you want to give any notification to your partners, so we have a partner space as well. And for the share space, you can also share your documents to the share space. And the next slide is like calendar. So if you have any meeting or any schedule for your any organization, so you can have the calendar as well, like Microsoft meeting you can also have. And any reminder section is also there. So now coming to the most important tile into our platform, this is the workflow. But before workflow, I like to introduce what is workflow automation, like a brief into that. So what is workflow automation? Like we can define like automation, that is a design or the creation of automation, like for any business process, like any business solution, which is based on the some of the preset rules. And upon that preset rules, there are some tasks which are automatically triggered and routed to any sharing of that work between the people that working with your organization with the same data as well. In the short word I can say, we have in the short words we can say your manual process work will be directly automated under the workflow under the workflow section. So in the and our DMS platform is also a content based management system. So I'm moving to the workflow automation section now. So after opening that, we have, as you can see, there are the multiple right tiles on this section as well. So these three are the most important. Like in the task section, you will like if any task is generated from the HR or any task is generated from our platform, so that could come into a task list over section this. And for the workflow automation, we have created like many of the workflow for the according to the company requirement. So you can after creating the workflow that could be come under this section. Now coming to the design workflow. So in this section, as you can see, you can also create your workflow by adding the multiple tasks forum into this section. I will show you that for the candidate of onboarding. So as you can see, the workflow name has given and the workflow ID and description over that. And now coming to the forum fields. So as you can see that in the left section, you can see there are multiple forums lines, like you want to give the name of the email or the file. If you want to upload to give the file as well, we have option for that. And for the button, for the external look, for the lookup. So there are multiple fields for you if you want to add into the forum as well. So what I was talking about the low code. So basically, it is a low code platform. So it is a flow design for that. As you can, it is not as complex as you can see. It is like easy to develop as to develop any workflow. And from the form mapping, so we have also for the name and the email of the offer letter is also given, as you can see, and the scripts is also available. If you want to add some more scripts into a platform, you have option for that as well. And for the setting action, if you want to give any authorization for to the platform to anyone, so according to that you have option for that as well. So and the JSON file for the developer team, if you like to go to the coded needed for a to create the workflow, is also available through our platform as well. So what I was showing you today, for the like when the candidate joins the company, that he need to submit the documents, or we have from the organization we have to give a document as well. So we have so suppose a candidate name is like Saurabh. So I have given the mail ID for that, and we have and attach the offer letter over here. Select the file you want to select. So I am just selecting this offer letter into this section and attach the file over here, and I will go to the submit section. So after submitting the section, the mail could be sent to the candidate. So as you can see, I have received an email. So like candidate had to only open this link. So for this link, you don't need to like log in, or you have to give all the details into this section, as you can see. And the documents could also be seen from the candidate as well. Offer letter, like I have attached the offer letter, so the candidate can also see the document as well. And now coming to the requested documents, like I have to attach from my like candidate have to attach to the platform as well. So for that, I will like give PAN 10120 and the requested documents from your PC. So I will like select multiple files into this section: Aadhaar card, like degree certificate, and PAN card, photo, and previous employment ID. So after like selecting all these files, just go to this section. As you can see, all the files has been automatically come to your platform, and just you can go for the checklist for the document as well. For that, you have given the Aadhaar, and you have given the PAN card, you have given the degree certificate, and the previous employer document, and the photo as well. And you can also give the comments section in this in section as well. So the task has been completed successfully from the candidate. So now coming to this section. So as you can see, the task has been generated from the HR end. So like you can see, so there's option for the given the name of that and the email ID of that, and the documents which has been submitted from the candidate as well. So as you can see on their screen, you can also view that, and you can also have option for that sharing sharing of that as well. So you can from the HR end, you have to give the employee ID only. So I am giving employee ID 2034. So I given the employee ID of 2034 and select the location for like for your organization according to your organization. Like I am giving for the Delhi. So you can see the give the location according to that and go to the approve section. So I will give the comment, move ahead. So the task has been successfully generated from the HR end. So now I have created the workflow and I have submitted all the documents. So in the project section, you will get all details like which has been submitted from the from the employee as well, and the employee ID given from the HR as well. So I have given for the Delhi location. So I will go for the Delhi location as well. So it could take like 10 seconds or 15 seconds to just store into this workflow automation. So as you can see, the folder has been created automatically, where I have given the employee ID for the 2034. So as you can see, all the documents which has been submitted by the employee has been come under this section. And how this is how the workflow automation works. And like I also like to introduce like offer searching capabilities. So like I have given the employee ID as a 2034. So under this section, that could reduce the searching capability in your platform. So see, you can also see all the employee ID. According to the employee ID, you can see the document submitted from the candidate as well. And you can also go to the directly to that section, and you can also view as well. So this is how the searching capability is work. So, but like this is how the automation works. Like I will also like to introduce like how the dashboard is also works for like for the. So like this is a like I also like to introduce for the dashboard as well. Like we have a separate dashboard for the employee as well, like where you can track the multiple activities which has been submitted by the which has been submitted by the candidate as well. And you can go to the view section. In the view section, you can see like what employee ID you have given to the employee as well. You can see on the screen, and the name and the designation and the date of that joining of that candidate, and their grade and their location according to that, and what the calendar process and the appointment letters and joining documents, and the other documents is also seen on the screen. And you can also view the total number of documents which has been submitted by the employee as well. So this is how a platform works, and this is how you can create that. And now coming to the any questions you want to ask, you can we can have the option for that as well. So any questions like you want to ask?
Thank you for the demo itself, Saurabh.
Yeah,
So we just want to mention that, of course, we can't show a complete demo of the platform,
yeah,
but the ones who have actually shown interest for our one-to-one free demo, we will reach out to you shortly in the next 1 week, and we will be able to arrange a demo for each and every one of you. And the
yeah,
rest of them will also be reached out. So I did answer a few questions on the Q&A tab. We can answer
mm,
the rest of them as well.
yeah,
So, Mr. Arnab, I understand you've asked why SaaS.
yeah,
There are other low-cost, secure Microsoft alternatives. So, I just want to mention that most of them are actually moving to the SaaS model itself, and with everything going cloud, that actually supports. But of
yeah,
course, there are on-premise offerings as well,
yeah.
and our SaaS offering is on the affordable side as well.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah. So, Saurabh, if you'd like to add something to that, you can add.
Yeah, why SaaS application? Yeah, basically it is a cloud, but that on premises we have to like change any something into a platform that could be easily done to the cloud platform as well. So what a platform has, you can like we have Android application and SS application and iOS application as well. So for that, on changes on the premises, or you have to like give any like changes according to the platform, according to your needs. So that's why we have chosen the SaaS based application. So Arnab, you get Arnab Batterjee, you get like what is why we have not chosen for the secure Microsoft alternatives.
All right.
Yeah,
Miss Priya, we do not have a payroll module. Like I had mentioned for another person earlier, we mostly focus on the employee records management part and onboarding aspects. But this is the main part. Aside this, we can build based on your requirement on workflow automation itself. Various
Yes.
customizations can be undertaken based on your requirement.
Yeah.
But yeah, but payroll is not something we deal with.
We do not deal with. Yeah. I hope Priya you will get a cleared answer as well.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
So we will take up a few more questions if any. We still have about 9, 10 minutes. So any questions, we will be happy to take it up. A few of them had actually raised their hands during the webinar. So if there are any questions from your end, please put it on the Q&A tab.
Yeah. Arnav has asked one more question, like how our educational documents are getting verified. So for that, we have an background verification team, like for your department as well. So that team could like see the documents that are getting verified from their end. So that could also be done through our platform as well.
Yeah, Saurabh. And to add to that, mostly the background verification is done from the customer center itself. In that case, Arnab's team will do it. There is no automation available as such to check whether these educational certificates are correct or not. Because for any fraudulent activities, automation software are not a very good solution to check or do a background verification check. There are certain organizations available. You can partner up with them so that correct and accurate background check happens to your candidate to whom you are onboarding to your company, as well as we have partner space also available, so you can onboard your partners who would be your background verification team, and they'll be happy to do the background check for you, and you can get real-time updates from our platform itself by onboarding your vendors who are the background verification team. So yeah, this was me, Adarsh.
Well
The
said.
colleague of Saurabh.
Yeah, well said, Adarsh.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So just to add on, aside this, we also have folder automation. So your documents that are verified would go and sit directly in the folder that you want to. So that automation can be done. All right. We've answered questions that have come so far. We'd like to take a few more if there are any.
Yeah.
Once again, I will mention that those who've shown interest in the polls that I had dropped earlier during the session, we will reach out to you shortly, give or take a week's time. And you can actually have a demo with our subject matter experts a little more in depth, covering all the modules that we have.
Yes, exactly.
And can you please share your URL link on social media? So I can do one thing. Let me share. Yeah, sure. I will share it right now. Just give me a minute. So I have shared our website link. I will also share our LinkedIn and Facebook handle.
Yeah. Like we have shared the link.
I have shared the LinkedIn one. Miss Banita, okay, this is an opportunity, this is an opening that you've asked for. What I can do is I will see if I can put you through our HR, because we can't deal with this, right? So I can put you through the HR. I have your details. I will send it out to her.
Yeah, and also SS is saying also how does it differentiate from other automation software? So you can go through the website of ours. We have different case studies available over there. So how we have helped the players in the market regarding, like, we have deployed solution for Flipkart and PhonePe. So those case studies are also available on the website. So you can go through that and you'll see how it is benefiting for the organizations.
Absolutely. I'd also like to add that when you look at MNCs like Flipkart, right, they're big players. They actually have multiple HR automation solutions within the company. So it's not that they use only one HR automation solution. Although they had two to three, they still opted for us in terms of employee records management.
Yeah, so they have to see more like a complementary solution which enhances the existing capabilities. So that is how they have to look at solutions in the market. If they already have a solution, then that should be their approach. If they are looking for a new software which is having all the capabilities, then they should maybe explore more if they have that sort of thing in mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jayakumar, I'm not sure if I understood your question. It's a little incomplete. Employee retention, what exactly are you trying to convey? Can you elaborate a little more, sir?
Yeah, so basically he's saying how to reduce employee turnover rate. So yeah, if you're keeping your employees happy, then giving them a smoother onboarding, getting in regular touch with them. So those are some of the key aspects of any reducing the employee turnover rate. We are certainly not people from the HR domain to answer that question, but some pointers that you can look for.
Yeah, that you said correct.
So I don't see any further questions. I think we can take a few more questions for the next 1 to 2 minutes before we end the session. Once again, I think this has been a good interaction indeed. Uh, a good way to start the year for sure. So, there any further questions? We will take it up right now. Anything related to the platform? Any specific queries based on your requirement? Anything that you're looking at in the market right now? Okay, so I will take that as a note and assume that there are no further questions. So on that note, I would like to close the session today. I hope it has benefited all of you in some way. I'm sure it has been informative in some or the other way. Thank you all for joining us for today's session. We do conduct webinars frequently. The upcoming webinars, we will send out the links. We also have a webinar next week with an external speaker. So we will send out the registration for that as well. We'd like to see you all there. And our team will reach out to the ones interested for the one-to-one demo. On that note, I will close the session for today. I'd also like to thank Adarsh and Saurabh for presenting today.
Thank you, Siddharth. And thank you, everyone who has joined.
All right. Thank you all. Stay safe and take care.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you.